This is a switch. The school principal coming to my office?
Now, don't you get sassy with me, young man. You know I'm the superintendent of schools for the South Bronx now.
Yes, I do. And I also know I'm not such a young man anymore.
Well, I feel like I'm meeting the principal. You know, Michael Jordan said that if he could choose the best point guards from the Basketball Hall of Fame and make a Mount Rushmore, you would be carved in stone.
Mike's too kind. Not that it isn't great to finally meet you in person, but tell me, what's so important that you had to travel all the way to San Antonio to speak to me?
Sobel needs you to come home and interact with the students.
Sobel? Is that what the hipsters are calling the South Bronx nowadays? They're trying to sanitize it or something?
You'd be surprised. With a new name can come a new attitude and positive change, whether it's Soho, Tribeca, or Sobel.
You know what my nana would have said about renaming the South Bronx Sobel? That's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Well, your three-point shot fund is raising millions to help inner-city student athletes. But what Sobel needs from you now is you. When was the last time you visited your old high school?
South Bronx High? 2003. Coach Weiss's retirement ceremony. Best coach I ever had. Best man I ever known.
13 years. That's an entire generation. 13 years is the totality of a child's public school education, from kindergarten to high school graduation. Come home next month and talk with the interim freshman.
There's no need for that. When I used to play hoops at the playground, there were always dirtbags dealing drugs and junkies lining up together. My three-point shot fund co-sponsor gyms that provide the kids with safe havens.
No one knows better than you how fragile life can be in Sobel. There was another drive-by last weekend.
Innocence?
2 boys, brothers. Folks are comparing it to
My 2 brothers who were murdered in a drive-by shooting. My nana, a few years later, she cared for all of us, died. The doctor said it was a stroke, but I knew it was sadness.
I still don't understand. Why won't you visit Sobel?
There's no one left who cared about me when I was growing up, except Coach Weiss. But he commuted to the South Bronx. A couple of years back, Coach was placed in an all-timers unit. He doesn't recognize me. I visited him less since.
What motivates you to still visit him?
Coach brought my game to the next level so that the Blue Bloods of college basketball took notice. Plus, he cared about me, not just as a player. Coach made sure I was prepared for the college admission exam. If I could just give him one more smile.
Wouldn't Coach Weiss want you to visit Sobel? His nursing home is less than an hour away.
I told you, I'm not about visiting. I'm about the three-point shot fund.
Well, why won't you even attend the three-point award ceremonies?
I do better. Fly the winners in San Antonio. I tell them that when I was in college, whenever I wanted to party all night, I hear my nana's voice in my head saying, "Well, you better study them school books, because you just one injury away from never playing hoops again."
Well, that injury never happened.
Still, I used my degree. I grew my single car wash into a multi-state chain. I talked to the student athletes, not about how they can have a pro sports career, because they probably won't, but how a college degree is the difference maker.
Well, I'm certainly not saying that education isn't important. What I'm asking is,
I introduced them to Chandra Williams, who played Division III college ball. Because of her business degree and hard work, she supervises all of my car washes in Texas. Those three-point winners can make good livings too. I've hired 6 and gotten another 2 dozen their first jobs.
yes, you've taken the most promising talent out of the community where it's needed most.
Oh,
My
I
patience
told
failed.
you. I saved them, but my nana and brothers didn't make it out.
But I still don't understand. You keep dodging my questions. Why won't you visit Sobel?
Fine, you want to know the real reason? I hate the South Bronx. I'm lucky to have escaped from it. Despite freeing myself, I still raise money to help, but nobody's ever dragged me back again.
Won't you even?
I called foul already. You keep charging me. If it gets you off my back, I'll let you in on a secret. Do you know how the fun got its name?
3-point shots were one of your strengths.
I let people think that's the reason. The 3-point shot is taken from outside, from deep, behind the line. When a shot is made near the basket, the shooter only gets 2 points, not 3. My work in the South Bronx is like a 3-point shot. I don't get close, but I get it done. And maybe I should get an extra point for it.
What would your life have been like if Coach Weiss had decided that he was going to be selfish like you and said, nothing is important enough for me to commute to a gang-infested hood?
Selfish? Hell no! At countless fundraiser dinners, I've raised millions, answering the same damn questions about my buzzer-beating winning shots at finals. All the time forcing a sincere smile.
It's about us needing you in the trenches. Living in this San Antonio mansion, you have forgotten where you come from.
Talking to me that way in my own home, I sure as hell know where I've come from. And don't you think for a minute that I'm not hunted every single day by what I've lost there. You got some kind of brass. Basketball.
With my job and my mission, I need to be fair. I live in Sobel, and I am fighting for those children every day.
You best be careful. Here in San Antonio, there's lots of charities who'd be mighty pleased if I put my future efforts into them exclusively. What I'm doing for the South Bronx is plenty good enough.
Good is not good when better is expected.
My nana used to say that to me, like all the time. Good is not good enough when better is expected. Lord, I miss her.
I wish I could have done that.
Man, Ruby, you were just channeling her.
Well, I knew that your nana was fond of saying that.
Well, you gave it me.
No, she's gone, but not forgotten in the Sobel community. In fact, Carlos Garcia was quoting your nana to me.
Stinky Garcia, is he still running the laundromat? Whenever a washing machine would eat up one of Nana's quarters, she threatened to slap the taste right out of Stinky's mouth. But Nana really did like Stinky.
Well, Mr. Garcia's grandson, Jose, will be an entering freshman in your old high school this fall.
I gotta say, you really remind me of Nana. Not afraid to speak your mind. And because I love her more than anyone, I say respect.
You can buy cheap property in Sobel, open a car wash on the fringe, in between the bad and the not quite so bad neighborhoods. You want to stay away from the dealers and the gangs, but you want to be on the bus route so you can still hire from your own neighborhood.
You've been thinking about this.
I wouldn't have traveled all this way without a game plan. Opening a business helps Sobel, and it gives you a good reason to come home and work with those students.
Does it really have to be me talking to them? I know you're all shy and introverted, but couldn't you do this?
When I talked about the benefits of hard work and staying off drugs, the students zoned me out before I finished the first sentence. But with you, they would hang on every word. You have read with both the athletes and the non-athletes.
You know I only work with athletes.
But your message doesn't just apply to athletes. You can overcome your circumstances. Don't use the inner city as a reason to fail. If you work hard, you'll be rewarded. Walt, your heart is bigger than you even think it is.
The non-athletes? I don't want to speak ill of them, but my big bro Franklin was terrible at sports. Me and my little bro, we had the moves. But Franklin, Nana would tell him, Franklin, you better study them school books, because you have 2 left feet for hands. But Ruby, I don't think the 3-point shot one can help me.
But you just said.
My favorite move was to reverse, then to do later. The defender always thought he could block my shot. But I would use the rim the other side, real smooth, with a little English to boot. 2 points and a sight with a sucker in the lane.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
A layup shot is a very effective method of scoring from up close. I'm going to start the layup program. It'll bring the past 3-point winners, and yes, me, to return to interact with the students. Say, Ruby, do you think there's a place in Sobel for one of my car washes?
How about 3?
Thank you.